Jack.
Yes.
So, what would you like to tell us now from your experience?
I guess I will tell the first hitchhiking story and do my best to describe it.
Okay.
So, it's day 4 of the hike, and, you know, we need to get into town because we're hungry and we want a buffet. Honestly, we heard about this buffet, and that's why we wanted to go into town. And so, you know, in order to get to town, 17 miles away, you need to either find a car, which we don't have because we're hiking, hike it, or hitchhike. And so, hitchhiking is illegal in Massachusetts, so I know nothing about hitchhiking. And everyone I was with knew nothing about hitchhiking because they've never hitchhiked. The only information we had was that people seem to pick up hitchhikers when they're walking, like when they're determined to get their place regardless. But basically we're in Georgia and we need to get into town 17 miles away, and man, it's so bad at playing while talking. The hardest thing.
It's really hard to master.
And we're trying to get into Georgia. We're trying to get to Hiawassee, Georgia for a buffet. And basically, it's me and Tree, the guy I mentioned in the last video. And he's never hitchhiked. And he's a 40-year-old man, let's call him. And, I'm 20. And we're just standing on the side of the road, throwing the thumbs out. We're like, yeah, this is what people normally look like. People normally throw their thumbs out, look decent. But you almost feel wrong when you're doing it because you're like, oh, I'm asking these people for, a ride. And we're standing there and we're just looking our best, keeping the thumbs out. And this one guy, pulls over. He's facing the wrong direction. We're like, no, we're going the other way, sir. And he's like, no, it's fine, get him back. Put your stuff in back and sit up front. We're like, oh, he's gonna let us sit inside the car. Like, how nice of him. And so we get in the car, and Tree takes the front seat, and I take the back seat. And Tree looks at the guy in the driver's seat. The guy in the driver's seat looks at Tree, and he goes, Josh, is that you? And he goes, Greg, what are you doing here? And apparently they knew each other because they happen to work together. And Greg stopped with no knowledge that Josh was there or that Tree was there, and he just by pure coincidence happened to be driving 3 hours away from his house, picked up a stranger, turned out to be his coworker, and it was an absolutely crazy moment because neither person knew the other person was there. And and I never saw anything as crazy as that in, a long time, in most of my life. So basically my very first hitchhiking moment was a crazy coincidence of two people who knew each other and were 3 hours away from home.
Wow.
I'm getting this point. I feel like this should be easier than, oh my gosh, just as I say that. I think this should be just as easy as a regular match, even with the higher tower.
It is not easier. Jack, did you actually climb up the entire tower?
I did, yes.
So you see how far it is. I just realized I'm a heavy scout.
Oh my god.
Because I have a shotgun.
I think the secret is once you get a small distance up, you're golden. But everyone's fighting for these bottom spots.
Oh no, I can get it, Jack.
Yes.
I can fulfill the prophecy.
What prophecy?
Prophecy of the Converse Kunai.
I'm walking up the entire tower right now. I'm doing it. I don't know if this has to do with your prophecy, but
That Jack, is that you?
Don't look at me.
I was in lightened cabinet that killed me. No, I lost the converse kunai. Jack, we have time for another story.
Alright. I gotta think of a story first. I just thought of a random story that I have no idea how it got, how I really started it. So basically, I was trying to lighten my load. We were a considerable distance in, but you know, I wanted to lighten my pack load, and so I thought, you know, I just won't have a hammock. I was using my hammock, and I was like, I just won't use it. I'll just take my sleeping bag and sleep in the shelter. And so, what that entails is putting a sleeping bag on a hard wooden floor and just sleeping on a hard wooden floor all night. And so, I slept on a hard wooden floor for about, I want to say it was 3 weeks. And it was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. But so, ever since then, sleeping on any surface is easy. Because I went 3 weeks sleeping on a wooden floor. And I'd wake up every morning and my hips would hurt, and like, it was a poor decision, overall. And it was all based on the fact that I wanted to make my pack lighter. Because other people who slept in the shelter, you know, had a pad or a mat or something, and I was like, nah, I'll just sleeping bag floor.
Oh god, I have the winger. Oh, the winger gives me an absurd jump.
You know, there's actually a guy in the trail with the trail named Winger.
Oh.
Interestingly enough, his name was Winger because if you asked him like what his plan was, he'd go, "I'm just winging it."
Huh. Also have the Apocryphus.
So where's the fight for you right now, Paul?
What? Trying to get... There we go, got revenge.
Someone touched my stuff. They're dead. They're so dead.
Oh gosh, I'm a fast medic with boxing gloves.
See, I'm a fast NG with a spy's arm in my hand. Whatever that might be called.
Knife?
No, a spy's arm. Like,
Oh.
the arm of a spy.
I wish it would just give you the kill streak in this. Wait, Jack. Where are you?
Yes.
Jack.
Yes? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. You're all dead. No! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Here we go, here we go. Don't die, don't die. Oh man, I just barely made it out of there. No, come on, Paul.
The spy has a tiny gun to shoot things
Killing
with.
me. Oh my gosh, did you just make it out of there? You dead, Paul. You touched my stuff. It's the last straw. Oh man. You're done. You don't know what you just got yourself into.
Are you on your way back up?
You have no idea.
Are you on your way back up?
What you're about to face.
Are you on your way back up? Well, I guess everyone else will have to wait until next week to find out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.